Hello, good evening. We will just start in a minute, waiting for some more to join. That I'm audible. Hello. Okay, so let's start. So in comment box, please type if you have any clarity to be done in any particular stage, right? So as the topic says, no. So what we are going to do today? So we are going to create a portfolio website and make it live. So we will configure settings also so that everything is live and you can do it. Here we will use AWS for server. We will use we will take a free template and configure it. And at the same time, we will do a Git connect to the server. We will do a SSH connection, or key connections, and deploying it to the production server. From there, we will use a form for getting the contact us details And from the contact us details, we will deploy it to the database using MySQL database. So at the backend for this course, we will take PHP as backend, MySQL as a database. Next time, I will separately take it for Java because Java consumes a longer time for configuring and doing. So you'll first learn the basic concept, and in the next session, maybe we will replace PHP with uh, Java, and we will complete the session. Hope my screen is visible, right? Yeah. So if you have any questions, please type in chat so that I can stop at that point and I can guide you or clarify any doubts you have. And at the same time, after this session, if you are interested, we will go for a Teams call and we may discuss it. Interact. We will have a voice interactive session also if needed. Okay. So, like last time, so this is the AWS server I am taking here. So, just go to EC2 instance. So, how to come here? So, once you created an account in AWS and you have logged in, you will get a page something like this. In this, what you have to do, go to compute section. In this compute, there will be an EC2 instance. Click on this so that you will get this page, right? So now what we will do, we will launch an instance. So instance running, I'm just clicking here, launch a instance. So I will give a name here for my instance. Maybe HTML PHP is my instance name. I'm using Ubuntu, which is a free tier eligible, and T2 micro. So this is also free tier eligible for newly created account. So for persons who have newly created account in AWS, they can enjoy this free tier eligibility for 1 year. So that is it. So I am using the same thing. If you want to use a keypad, you can go for a keypad. Otherwise, you can go for an existing also. So we will go for a last time we created a keypad for WordPress. So we'll use the same keypad here. This is for connecting your server from your desktop or your laptop using a putty connection. You need a key, right? So you can use this key to do this. So that is what is here. So once you're done, I am allowing HTTP request here. So because this is a web application, so I want HTTP. I'm not configuring SSL certificate, so not interested in HTTPS, right? So 8 GB of space, yes, that is more than enough for me. I'll just click here and give launch instance. Now, a new instance is created. If you go for instances, dashboard, instances running. So here you will start seeing the instance once it is created. Yeah. So this is it. Now you got the instance created and it is running. Right. So now what is the IP for this? This is the IP for this. You can just copy here and if you paste it, you can see that nothing is running because we have not installed any web server for that particular instance. So what we will do, I'm just coming here. I go to connect, connect. So now I am inside the server. So my very first command is changing it into a sudo user. I'll give it as sudo so. Now I'm the root. The next important command is you need to update the OS. So give apt hyphen get update. So this will update my OS to the latest. Yeah. Now we have updated. So the very first thing is we need a template. Before running a template, I need a web server. So what I will use here as a web server, I will use Apache as my web server. So what I will do, I'll try to install it. apt-get install Apache 2. So Apache 2 is the web server that I'm going to use. If you are I'm using PHP only, so Apache will be supported. If you are using a Java and when you are using a war file, you need to have Apache Tomcat as a web server. So in next session we will see with Apache Tomcat. In this session we are going to use only HTML, I mean Apache web server. So once you're done this, go to services, service, Apache 2 status. When you give this, you can see that it is active and it is running, right? So it is active and running. So what you have to do, just go to this and refresh your page now. Continue to the site. So your web server is running and you're able to get this default page here, right? So this is the first thing. Now, this is okay. Now, next thing is I need to create my MySQL database, right? So for creating my MySQL database, what I will do, apt hyphen get install MySQL hyphen server. Yes, I want to install it. So now it is installing MySQL database for me. So once this is done, we can log in into the database and check the contents or check the default database already present in it. Yes, last steps. Yeah, it is done now. So now you can see what are the services that are running and what is the port number that is taken for that service also. So what you can do, you can give it as netstat -nptle. So when you give this, you will see that okay, it is not installed. So apt install net-tools apt install. Okay, now it is installing. Yeah, that is done. Now if you give netstat-nptle, you will see what are the services that are. So port 22, that is nothing but we are connecting with SSH. So that is it. 3306 is the MySQL database port and Apache web server is running at port 80. So these things we have seen. So now to log in into the MySQL, defaultly when you are installing MySQL, there will be no username attached to it. So I give it as MySQL and click enter. So you can see it directly gets into my database. When I give show database, when I give show databases, you can see that these are the default thing. So now I need to create an HTML database for this. So what I will do, I'll create a HTML database. So create database HTML, maybe HTML data. I give something like create database HTML data. So this is the first step. Now it gives query is okay. That means it has been created. So what I have to do? Now I have to create a user, right? So create user. What is the username? So username, let it be HTML user at any place. So percentage, I am giving it as any person identified by. What is the password that I want to give? I'll give it as just HTML123. So keep in mind, so this database password which you are going to use should not be used in your normal category, because when you're doing an online session, everything is visible. So be careful. Once you have done this, try to scratch it out. Okay. So now we have created the user. Now I need to give full permission for this database, right? So what I will do, I will give permission to the database. So wait, before giving permissions, maybe I will, okay, will create or, okay, we'll close permission also. So grant all HTML data to username. So what is the username? So nothing but HTML user is my username at percentage. That means from anywhere. So grant all on HTML data to HTML user. So I am giving full permission to the HTML data table to this HTML user, right? No database selected. So use HTML data. Okay. HTML data dot star. So what I do, I give the complete. So okay, what is the, it's the HTML data. I want to give the complete permission for tables, views, procedures, whatever you are creating in it. So I give it as dot star so that it's done. So now we have created this. So what is the user? What is the table name? It is HTML data. So maybe we'll store it in a notepad file so that we don't mess up with it. So database name is HTML data. Username is HTML user and password is HTML123. So username, password, DB name. Okay. So we'll just minimize this as of now. Now we have stored something. Now I get exit. What I need to do, I need to install PHP also to proceed further, right? So PHP I want to use. So I'll give it as apt hyphen get install PHP. Yes. So now it is trying to install PHP for us. The version is 8.1 in this case. Yeah. So we have done this also. Now I need to connect my PHP to the MySQL. So I need to install PHP client also, PHP MySQL also. So I'll give it as apt hyphen get install PHP hyphen MySQL. Yes, I want to install. Okay. So that is done. Now I want to check my web application, my PHP application. This is a Apache Web Server's default page. I want to check if PHP is also running in this case. So what I will do, I'll just come here. So you can see the path. It shows as var www.html index.html. So that is the place I need to put my file. So I'll change my directory cd slash var www html. When I give ls, you can see that is the index.php. I'll create a new file, vim index.php. So insert php info. Escape colon wq. Right? Now I'll just restart my service once. So service Apache to restart. Now coming here, I just give it as slash index.php. So now we can see that PHP is also successfully created. So we have created Apache, we have created our PHP, we have done our MySQL. Now comes the real thing. So what we said, we will create a portfolio. We'll create a portfolio, connect it with Git if needed, and we will do it, right? So that's what we said. Now I will just check for, I'll search for it. Maybe I'll give it as free HTML, CSS, portfolio. Yeah, portfolio templates. I just give something like this. Now you get a full list. Just select something. I'll just see what is there. So I see something like this. Okay, I like this. Let's see. Live demo. So it shows me a live demo. So it is about us UI UX designer, education, experience, masters. So I'm able to give this skill sets. I'm able to give my services. Okay. Okay. I like this template. So contact. Here is the place where I need this to be stored in my database. Okay. Everything looks fine for me. So we will try to download this. So what I give just download. Maybe I will choose a folder path. So D colon, just I will save here. Okay. So I'll extract. So it is getting downloaded. I'll just go to that folder. It's D colon. What was the file name? Free folio. Okay. Free folio. So just click, right click, extract all. So maybe I will give it as my new website. I'll give it as extract. So D colon, my new website is there. So freelancer portfolio template. So this is what it is here. Now, so this is the page. I will open it my Visual Studio Code editor to do some modifications, right? So what I will do, I'll open my Visual Studio Code editor. Open. Now go to File, Open folder. So it is in D colon, right? So D colon, oh sorry, I choose an E. Okay, D colon, my new website, and this is my folder name. Okay, selecting this folder. Okay, so I get everything here. So this is my index.html page also. So now just coming here to that folder, double clicking this. So this page is getting downloaded and it is opened here, right? So now you can see this is the actual thing. Now I want to change this, right? So it says free folio. Here I get a name. So what I will do, first I need to use a git, right? I will use git and commit it so that I can start the code from the scratch. So what I do, go to terminals, new terminal. So this is the thing. Now what I do, I will create a git repository. So I'll give it as git init. So initialized empty repository. That means git is initiated. Now when I give git status, you can see that all the files that are present here, which are not in the git. Now I like to add all of this. So what I will do, git add dot. So it's adding all. Now when I give git status, you can see that everything is added into my git. What I need to do, now I need to save this, right? So I need to git commit minus m first or uh, base file. I'll give it as base file because this is what we actually have downloaded, right? So we have downloaded this and we have used here. So git commit minus m, I give the base file as my commit. Now when I give git status, you can see working directory is clean on branch master. So I'll give git branch. So in which branch I'm in a master branch. So I am in a master branch and I have committed everything. So what is the advantage of this? When I do some change and I come back to my previous edition also, I will be able to come back to my previous content. So that is very important here. So I'll create a git new branch, git checkout minus b. I'll give branch name as changes. Give it as okay, my changes, something like this. Now when you give git branch, you can see that there are two branches, master and my changes. Currently we are working in my changes, right? Now just come back here. I'm just refreshing it. You can see everything remains the same, right? So I want to change this. So I'll just come here, Control F. I'll give page seed here. So I can see that there is content here. I'll give find and replace. So what is it? This is it. I will replace everywhere with my name. Save. So I'll replacing with my name. Okay, done it. Now give Control yes to save. You have saved it. Now coming to the terminal, if you type git status, you can see that there is a modified file index.html. Coming back here, just go and refresh this. You can see it has been changed. Now, say for example, I want to change this pictures also. It's up to you, right? So you want to change anything which you want to change. I'm just giving a sample, right? So how do you change and making a comment? So you can see there is a change here. I need to add this. So give it as git add dot. So which will add this file. Now it will become green. So git status, you will see that it is in a green content. Now to commit it, git commit -m. I'll give my name change. Git commit my name change. I give something like this. Now when I give git status, you can see that it is clean. Coming here, refresh this. You can see it is Vijayanand. Right. But you can see that there are two branches, right? When I give git branch, you can see that there are two branches, one master branch and one. Now I just check out to master branch, see what happens. Git check out master. When I do this, see the code here, which we replaced has changed. When I come back and refresh also, it completely changes. So this is the thing. So you have a version which was the master, which is the base version, and the edited version, which is your new version. So if you want to do some changes or do this, that also you can do it here. Are you able to follow me? Type in chat if you are able to follow, no issues. Hello. Please give some comments that you are able to follow up. Is it clear how we downloaded this? Yeah. I think everything is right? You're able to follow it up. Now, so we have done this. Where I have done this changes, I have done this changes in my local. So you can do whatever the changes you like. I just gave you a sample of doing a change, right? So it's up to you whether whatever way you want to do, you can do the changes. So what I will give, I will go back to my branch. So I'll give it as git checkout my changes. So now when I give git checkout my changes, the branch has changed. I can see here my code is. So not only the code, if you are creating a new file and if you are creating a new file and that new file is uh, also if you want to add or delete in a particular branch, that will completely be visible and not visible in a particular branch. That's how Git works. Okay, now we have done this. Now when I give git remote hyphen v, I can see that there is nothing, right? So what I have to do, I have to create a git repository and I want to connect my git repository from this local. So that is my intention, right? So what I will do, I'll open GitHub. So here is a GitHub. I want to create a new repository. So I'll give it as new. So just something like this. Repository name, I am giving as HTML. So I'm just giving something like this. So HTML, like it. Or maybe what is the data we will give is HTML data. Okay, let it be HTML, no issues. Maybe HTML, PHP will work out. So I'm giving something like this. Now here I give a description. So what is the description? No change. I'm using the same thing. HTML. So we are creating a repository in GitHub. So that is how we will be pushing it. So PHP. Now it is public or private. So private means within a particular group where you will be sharing your users and then only you will be able to view it. So here I am trying to use it as public only. So let it be public. Once it is public, give create repository. So now a new repository is created. So now it is asking, is it a new repository or a existing? Or that is, it is a empty one or it. So already we have initiated everything, right? So now we want to add this. So this is my copy. I'll need to copy this. Just coming here. I will keep this public itself. If it is private, if you give it as private, then only if you have user credentials, you will be accessing, right? So git remote add, I give this. Now when I use the same command, git remote -v, you can see that it is there, right? So that is the first thing. Next one is branch. Already we are in a branch. So just I want to give git push origin. Here it is saying a main branch, but in my case, I am using master branch, right? I'm just copying it, just pasting it. Git push -u origin master. So now you can see that from my local desktop, I mean from my local laptop, I have pushed my code to this Git repository. So just coming here, I refresh this. You can see that we have this file and there is a master, right? So my new changes is not there. So that is my changes are everything in the new branch, right? So what is my branch? To check my branch, I can give it as git branch where I get the branch names. So I'll give it as git checkout my changes. Okay, already I am in my changes. So okay, I'll git push origin. I'll give it as my changes. So before pressing enter, I'm just refreshing here and you can see there is only one branch, master branch. View all branches. If you give also, you will see there is only one branch. Now after this, you push this. Now when I refresh this, you can see my changes branch is also there, right? So this is how you have to create a Git repository, and from the Git repository, you should from your local, you will be pushing it to it. The same way, I want this code in my website also, right? So I just come to here, right? I'll give it as git pull. So I'll get the repository HTML PHP. You can see that there is a code and it shows just a direct open, right? So maybe HTTPS, just copy this, coming here. I'll give it as git clone, pasting here. So my code is reached my server also. When I give ls, you can see there is a folder called HTML PHP. So when I give ls HTML, you can see that the files are present here, right? So what I want to do, I want to bring it directly to here when I open my IDE. So this is my IP, right? So when I select this IP and when I give here, you can see that this web page is coming here. Instead of this, I want to showcase my content, my website that is there, right? So what I will do, I'm just coming here, cd double dot, okay, give ls, okay, cd double dot. I am moving this HTML to HTML1. So I am moving from HTML to HTML1. Again, move HTML1, HTML PHP to the new place called HTML. So this is the default page, right? So I'm just moving here. Now when I give ls, you can see that there is a HTML, cd HTML. Now when I give ls, you can see everything is ready. Just coming back, refreshing, right? So our website is ready and it is running. But you can see that the branch is different. Because of the branch, I am not getting my actual changes, right? So what I can do, I can just check out to my branch, right? When I give git branch, you can see that there is a master branch. So I need to check out to a new branch. So what I will do, I can do a checkout, but when it is in a production website, so always it should point a master website, a master page, right? A master page should be, a master branch should be the default thing. So I need to merge this. So what I will do, I'll just come to my local system, coming here. I'll give it as git branch. This is my local system. I see that is numbers. I change to master branch by giving git checkout master. So now when I give git branch, I can see it. I'm in the master branch. I'll give git merge my changes. So now in the master branch also, I have merged my changes. So when I give git push hyphen u origin master, my master changes will go to the repository. Just we will check in the repository whether we have the changes. Just refresh this. Here, open this index file. Just checking for the name. Yeah, you can see the name has changed. So I need to pull here. So git pull hyphen hyphen all. When I give this, my changes is there. So just coming here, refresh this. So now I get my content. Right. So this is done. Now what is the next thing? Is it clear till this? Just update in chat that you are clear up to this and no doubts. Just update the chat box, no? So that I will have a clarity that you are understanding things. Is that clear? Or you want me to explain the Git once again? Is it showing clear? Yeah, I think it is clear. There is a little bit latency between my presentation and you watching. So that will be there. Okay, anyway. So now this is done, right? Now what is the next thing? Here, there is a contact us page, right? In here, there is a contact us page, which is having your name, email, subject, message. Now, when I type this and send message, it should store in my MySQL database. So that is the thing. So what to do? So hope you know how to change this and all, right? So everything you're saying. Now I'm directly going into the contact us page so that I can do the change. I can store the data into my database. So we will start from my VS Code in my local itself. I'll go there. So I'm just checking here. Where is the contact page? Yeah. So here it is contact me. So for a form, for an HTML, when you're typing it in a form, what is needed? You need to give the method. What is the method, right? So what is the method name and what data is to be put? I mean, what is the method name and is the target page. So you need to do these changes and you need to write a PHP code also to store here. If you are not very clear here, you can use Chat GPT as a help also. So what I do, just coming here, I open Chat GPT, right? So we said no, we will be discussing on Chat GPT also. Just I'm logging in here. Okay. So just I have opened Chat GPT here and I have kept this. Now what I need to do from an HTML page, I need to send the data to PHP and store it in the MySQL database. So I give the instructions, right? Create a HTML form to store. So what are the things that we are seeing there? Name, email, subject, message. Okay. So see how I'm giving the prompt. Create a HTML form to get name, email, sorry, name, email, subject, message, subject, message, submit to a PHP backend and store in MySQL database and store in MySQL database. Give me the complete code. So I have asked it to give the complete code for my content. So it is typing me the code. See how fast it has done my things. Right. So here, what is the first thing? First thing is it has created a contact us page which is having a name. See the action is submit.php. So action here is submit.php. Method uses a post method here. And what is it using here? Name as a first field, email as the second field, subject in this. So we need to correct this, right? So actions submit.php method is post. So I'm just copying here and I am going to my form here and I give this. Okay, that is the first thing. Submit.php. Okay. Next, input type is text. What is the ID name? Here, what is it using? ID is name and name is name. So, and it is asking for required, right? And its text type is type. Okay, I'll give this, copy this. So I'll give it here. Type is text. Placeholders given. Okay, let it be, no issues. So text is also there, no? So I don't want this. So only I need ID and name. So that is there. Actually, ID, email is also there. So maybe name alone I will take. Copy this. For email, I am giving us email here. Next, subject. You can use subject ID also, but in this case, we are using name, subject, message. So I'm changing this to message. Type equal to submit. Value equal to submit is what is given here. Okay, this is a form. Okay, I'm saving this. Now, just coming here, just we will refresh this. So we have done this. I give inspect to see my source code. So you can see that ID name is there. Okay. So I'm opening it in my wrong place. So this is a server, but we have done our changes in a local system, right? So for this local system, where is this? Yeah, this is our local system. Now when I right click, give inspect. So you can see that ID name equal to name and here name is also there. So that's it. We have created this. Now what is the next thing? I need to create a file called submit.php, right? That is what as ChatGPT suggested, right? So submit. I'm just copying this code. Submit.php is the code name, file name it wants me to use it. Now I'll come here, creating a new file. So it is submit.php, submit.php. What I have to do? I have to paste it, right? I'm just pasting it, right click, and I give paste. So my entire code is present here. What is the server name? So server name is, let it be localhost, no issue. What is the username that you are connecting? So we store here, right? In storage. So username is HTML user. So we'll change this HTML user. We'll change this to HTML. And what is the password? It is HTML123. 123. So what is the database name? It is HTML data. That is HTML data. Save this file. Okay, saved. Now what is it? This is a PHP file where it stores localhost. Localhost means from where we are connecting the database. If it is in a remote location, you can give the location IP also here. But in my case, I am running MySQL database and PHP in a single place. So I will keep it as localhost. And what is the username? What is the password and what is it? So this is the connection string. So it is it. So now when I submit, so it is a post method, right? In HTML, What we have given the form to undergo method is post. So the post method data will come here to name and it will be assigned to the variable called name. Email will be assigned, subject will be assigned here, and it is inserting into the contacts. So a SQL query is created. So insert into contact page. So this is the contact. Now, if the connection is there, message sent successfully. So it is storing it into this query execution. Query is getting executed, and if it is stored, it gives message sent successfully, or it is giving an error that something went wrong. So that is. So now we have done this changes, right? Now we have done this changes in our local system. We need to move the code to the production system. So when I give git status, you can see that there are changes in index as well as there is a new file, untracked file submit. So first you need to add that untracked file. So git add dot. Now this adds your untracked file. Give git status. You can see now it is. Now I give git commit -m updated contact page. So I'm just giving us updated contact page. Updated contact page. So that is done now. Now when I give git status, it shows it is fine, clear. I'll give it as git push. What is the branch name I am currently there? I'll just check it out. Git branch. So I've done in the master branch only, so no issues. I'll give it as git push origin master. So I have pushed the changes. Now I'll come back to my server and I will pull here. So git pull -all, which will pull my index. So what are the things? There are two files. In index, we have done a change. Submit was completely a new page, right? So that is there. Now coming back here. So we have created this. And what is the database we saw? Oh, just coming here. Yeah. So insert into table. Database is this HTML data. What is the table name? Contact message is the table name where it is in. So for this also, you can see ChatGPT has given the code for creating this table also. So we need to copy this code, right? And create it. Okay. So what I will do, I'll come here, go to MySQL. So now I am here, show databases. When I give this, you can see that the database is there. I use HTML data, use HTML data. Now my database is changed. Show tables. If I give this, it will show that there is empty. There is no tables. So what I need to do, I need to just paste it. So paste, then press enter. Now same command, show tables. You can see there is a table created called contact message, right? So I give select star from contact underscore message. You can see that is it's showing as a empty set, that nothing is stored. Are you able to follow? Just update in chat no if you're able to follow, no issues. So now coming back to our page. So this is our page, right? So I'm just refreshing here. So everything is set here. So I'll give a name. Maybe I'll give it as say Gokul. What is this mail ID? Maybe I will give it as Gokul Vijayanand. What is the subject? Good to learn. Website creation. Maybe the same thing I'm pasting here. I give send message. Okay, it is connecting it to an email server. One it. We need to do some changes. Coming to our index.html. I will change this to a submit, normal submit button itself. I don't want that submit button. So actually it is connecting to our mail ID. I'll give it something. Okay. Inform also, is it validating, non-validate, name equal to send message. Okay, I'm removing this also. So action, and this is more than enough. Okay. I'll give git status, git add dot, git commit -m, email update remove, git push origin master. Yes, coming back to here, exit, git pull hyphen all. Okay, we have done this. Coming once again, refresh this page. Okay, Google, maybe this one. Subject, test, message, good to go. Submit. Now you can see the message, that message sent successfully. That is, you have stored, it seems that it has stored into the database. Let's check whether it has stored. Coming back here, give MySQL, use MySQL data, sorry, HTML data, right? Show tables. So select star from contact underscore message. So you can see that whatever we have entered has stored in our database. Did you get it? Was it interesting? I've just shown you a basic setup, how to connect database and store the content also. Hope you have learned few things. You are able to download a template, how to set a template, how you have launched your template, and how you have stored the content to the website. So pictures, everything you can change, right? So what you can do, so just that is quite simple, right? So you can just come here, you can see that images. So these are the images there. So whatever the image that you want, you can change it and do it. Yeah. Did you liked it? Hello. Was the session really useful? Okay, actually, it has taken more than an hour time. Hope I have explained the things very clearly. So, in the comment box, please do write something saying that what is the next thing that you would like to learn. So, we will plan it out for next week, Saturday, and we will do it. And at the same time, please do subscribe and like so that it motivates us. So, keep going. Thank you. Thank you all. Meet you in the next Saturday in a live session. Thank you. Bye.